Well, I finally did it. I quit. I have been struggling for months now at the place that I work, not because of the actual job, but due to the leadership and how things are going. The place where I work has had numerous investigations due to racism, bullying, favoritism, underappreciation, understaffing. Now there are new laws in place where we have to have a Vilostund, or like a resting period, so we can't work like evening and then a morning shift. And that's being bypassed by not writing things in the system. And the main thing that I'd been struggling with was when I came back to work 7 months after being diagnosed, okay? Because I wanted to come back, because I long to work, because I love my job. Working with the patients and their family is my happy place. And when I came back, I realized that I had gotten a very, very low raise. And that sparked the question in me as to why. It wasn't really about the money, it was about the why, because you have to give me a reason why. So a recurring thing that happens here is bosses quit. We have 4 bosses, and since I've worked there, I've had 4 different bosses. And now this boss that I have now is also leaving after the summer. So I'll have had 5. And the boss that decided this abysmal raise has also quit. So I asked for a meeting with my current boss, which I told her, I understand you weren't there, but there has to be some sort of documentation. There has to be some sort of reason. And she kept saying, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. I wasn't here. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking, well, figure it out. You're my boss. And so I went to the union about it, and they told me, yeah, it's quite clear that this was due to you being on sick leave. And by the way, your other boss was there, so she should know. So of course I go to this other boss. She has no idea. Can't find any documentation. I go back to my boss, the current boss, and she tells me straight up, why can't you just turn the page? And no, I can't just turn the page when you're telling me that I got a low salary raise based on the fact that I wasn't there and that I was underperforming. Now, this raise was based on April 22 to April 23. I went on sick leave, or I got my diagnosis the 31st of May. So yes, I was actually there. I logged 250 overtime hours. I was sleeping on the ward. I had one period where I did 4 days, 4 full days back to back, because they needed people. And you're telling me I wasn't there and I was underperforming? I didn't even have planned vacation. I went on vacation to the States because my mother died. And you're telling me I wasn't there? It's like my mind was blown. Like, you think it can't get any worse, and then it does. And it's a clear, nobody knows why, and we want to save money. You know what? Fine, say that. But do not come from my performance, because I love my job. I have a high job moral, and I just couldn't get over it the way she told me to. Can't you just turn the page? Literally verbatim, that's what she told me. And I even emailed the boss that said this. And do you think I got an answer? No, of course not. Because There is no reason. If you look just based on the sheer, like, I was there all the time. If I was so underperforming, why were you calling me in? Why was I even, it doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. Then telling me it's because I told him, I said, is this because I was on sick leave? And she told me, no, it's illegal to base that on people that are sick. And then in the same sentence, you're telling me it's because I wasn't there. Make that make sense. These people didn't even realize that I was there. I didn't go into sick leave until June. So I was there. And I had enough. I had enough. We've had so many investigations. There's literally an investigation that just went on recently with this company called Human Heart. And I'm so tired. We're so overworked, understaffed, and it's no wonder that people are quitting left and right because they can't handle it anymore. And my resignation letter was quite extensive. I wrote everything. And when I spoke to my boss today, it was literally a 5-minute, okay, well, when do you want to quit? No sorry, no this, no explanation, no nothing. It was just like, if people don't know, Sweden is really afraid of conflict, which I don't think it's a conflict. You're having a discussion. There was no yelling or anything involved. And it's easier to just get rid of the person that asks questions or that might spark other people thinking, maybe I should leave too, than having them around. And it's a shame because you lose people that actually do care. And I literally, my last part, I might add my resignation letter in this, but I said I have to leave because this place is killing my love and my passion for my job. And I am not giving up the job that I do. I'm just doing it somewhere else because I love it that much. So I will still be working on a NICU, just not at this hospital. I am done with this hospital. I've been there for years. I've tried. It's not working. Nothing they do. They bring in therapists to talk to us. They bring in lawyers and it does nothing in the end. And it's really sad because it's a wonderful place to work. Like the actual job description, just everything around it is messed up. And I did work. You have to do something called hospitering, where you go and, you kind of work a shift and they can kind of test drive you. And when I was at this other hospital, it was just so calm. People actually smiled at me that didn't know me. The colleagues in the lunchroom were eating together. Everyone was laughing. I could feel the energy was just so different and welcoming and happy versus when you come on mine, there's this tension. Some people don't even say hello. You'll ride in an elevator with them and they'll just pretend you're not there. It's like, hi, yeah, we've been working together for over 2 years. Hello. But this place, was just welcoming. And, I will be working with patients that are a little, like, not, from week 25 and up. I think they have from week 28 and up. So I won't be with the tiny tinies anymore, but it'll still be a job that I love. And I'm not going to let this place break my spirit because I really was going through an existential crisis of, should I even be working in healthcare anymore? Because everything I put in was doing just was straight up not appreciated. And of course they care more about, saving money than they do making their employees happy to where they actually want to come to work. And I just had it. And it's so bad that the region here has what's called an anställningsstopp. So there's like an employee freeze where people can't even hire. You have to like apply to be able to hire people now, like the funds wise. And when I got the final okay that they had been granted the money to hire me, I had a full blown panic attack. And I am calm when it comes to, emergency situations. Like, I think I go in the opposite mode where like everything like kind of slows down because you have to think clearly. And so I'm been used to like, jumping over hurdle after hurdle with, crap in my life. And then I work a high stress job, which I love. I'm not complaining about that. And so my body is so used to being tense and just overcoming everything, so that when I finally got like relief, I just completely broke down. Like, I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to vomit. I was having cold sweats. And that's how I knew like this was the right decision, and that it's time to leave, because I literally had a panic attack from something good. My body was so relieved that it felt it was able to crash. And so, yeah, I am going to be sad not working with some of the amazing colleagues that I have, but I am so looking forward to this new job and just actually showing them what I can do and how much I do care. And those of you out there, I know there's a couple ex-patients I have on here, following me, know that I care. I try to go above and beyond. I try to help my coworkers. I don't like to sit idle and do nothing. And that was met with, "You're not here, you're underperforming." When you can ask any patient that I've ever had, that is not the case. And I just wouldn't let them do that to me anymore. And I think when you go through something like cancer, you're kind of like not done with the bullshit, but you really kind of realign things that matter. And I just felt like I can't let them break me anymore. It was time to go. So that was my update. I just wanted to let you know that I am just super happy and relieved. And I hope you guys are happy as well and doing well. And if this maybe touched a nerve with you, maybe it'll, give you the strength to, speak up if needed. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week.